Am I visible to you all? Can you say just yes or no so that we can continue? I think there's a problem with the internet connection. So yeah. My voice is clear, right? Hello, hi everyone. Hi Hemant, hi Akash. Okay. I think that there was a problem with the internet connection, so streaming stopped at the same time. So yeah, so I needed to create a new link. Okay, it's fine. My voice is clear now. Okay, I think can you wait for just five more minutes so that everyone can join? I think that link has been changed, so that's a problem. Although I have shared my new link in that post, in the LinkedIn post. So if you all could just repaste it over there so that everyone can just know that there was a problem and we have created a new link. Okay, yeah. Now my voice is clear finally. So yes, sometimes this happens, and I know this is my first stream, so maybe the problem is that this kind of problem can occur. So we'll take few questions from LinkedIn. Many of them has posted many questions regarding how to approach data science, like how to start with it, and what are the things we can do with respect to that. And so I have gathered many questions from many of the people who have just pinged me, and even I will take the question from live chat as well. So uh, let me discuss few of the questions as well. So we can start in this two more minutes, 2 to 3 more minutes. Yes. Till then, I will find few questions. Yeah, right for you all. Yeah, I will discuss about those courses as well, like whether you should go for a Pgdm course or any kind of a post graduation certification course in data science. So I will discuss such kind of things also in this. So there are questions regarding this as well. So, like you should go for these courses or not. Yeah, I will discuss about that also, like how it is helpful, how it was helpful for me. Yeah, I will share all the resources that how you can progress in a manner like in data science. Rag, okay, okay. Actually, yeah. So there were many questions, right? So let's start. What do you say? Yeah, I have done post graduation diploma in data science. It will be damn frugal. Okay. Apart from this PGP courses, please let us know the strategy for the learning data science as well. How can we prepare myself? Yeah. How much per day time we should? Okay, yeah, sure. I will definitely gonna speak about these topics as well. So first, let me tell you something like what I have prepared. Then we can take your topics as well. So I think you will get all your doubts clear over here when I will proceed with my questions. What I have prepared right now. So with respect to that, I think your many doubts will be cleared. So I have got many questions from LinkedIn, and these questions are from Rafiq, right? So he's asking like what all complete resources you followed for start of the journey to the end. So he's asking about the resources what I have uh, taken in this journey of learning data science. So I have taken, yeah, you can all even take a pen and paper. You have even write it over on something, or you can take a note of it so that you can also refer in that manner, like how you should learn and where what are the resources you should do. I mean, should take. So So I'm going to list some resources so that you can refer directly to it, and you can just learn in an easy way, and that is free. So for learning, let's start with the Python, right? So you must be finding that which is the genuine resource to learn Python. So for Python, I would suggest you to go for free resources. I'm just talking about the free resources. No, nothing. I wouldn't talk about any paid resources. So you can go on YouTube and search Corey Schaeffer. So over there in his channel, you can learn Python for free, and in Python you can learn pandas, NumPy over there from their Corey Schaeffer YouTube resources. So yes, the Python, the pandas, NumPy, and the few visualization tool like Matplotlib, Seaborn, and other kind of that videos you can find over there as well. Now moving to statistics. So after Python, you should always have good understanding of statistics as well, so that you can progress and understand the data set as well. So for statistics, you can prefer Khan Academy videos. It is available on YouTube, so you can generally go and learn a few basics of statistics, and you can start with it. The name of that channel is Corey Schaeffer. I will write it over here. Yeah, I will write in the chat. Corey Schaeffer. Okay, you can refer to that. Yeah. So and for statistics, you can go for Khan Academy. It is available on the YouTube as well. Next, for after that, and you should also help me, like even I can forget the scenario, like the scene. So you can, if I forget anything, you can just tell me that you are left with such things also, such topic also, so I can provide you the resources. So for machine learning, you can prefer Andrew ng courses. Those are best courses available like in the YouTube channel and everywhere. Like everyone is preferring that, so you can go and check those resources as well. So for machine learning, you should go for Andrew ng. For Python, you should go for Corey Schaeffer, or you can also go for Coursera courses, right? So there you can find Python for data science as well, like IBM courses, and there are many courses are there over there in Coursera, many good courses. So you can go and prefer those as well. So for Python, Corey Schaeffer. For free sources, you can go for YouTube, and for learning on Coursera, you can also go for Coursera also for Python. And the next thing is for statistics. For statistics, the free resource and the very good resources, Khan Academy resources. So you can go and learn the basics of statistics, and they will it will- in that the person who is teaching over there, he will help you from the scratch. So go and learn statistics from there. Then you can go for the implementation of the statistics on your datasets. So after that, after these things done, the Python and statistics are done, then you can go and read about the machine learning part. So now after going through these topics, you can go and learn machine learning. So much for machine learning, we should always prefer Andrew ng, because he is the master of this machine learning, and all these deep data science rules are made by him only. So yes, I always follow him. So please go and check his YouTube channel as well, Andrew ng. So you can find machine learning courses by him, and they are in very detail. So you can go and just go, and in a flow you will understand everything. You don't have to just you don't have to go and prefer other resources as well. So you can just go and do it, do those courses, and you will just get over it. You can just type the name, machine learning on a YouTube. You can write machine learning by Andrew ng. You will get the resources, and you can get the videos as well. So for machine learning, you're done. And if you want to prefer some few topics like Krishna channel, so you can prefer that as well for learning basic things of machine learning, and many things you can also learn over there in the Krishna channel. So yeah, you can add that channel also as well. So, and please prepare notes while viewing those kind of videos, because for the first time you should always prepare the notes, and so that you can revise in a certain way, like in a week you should revise it. Like I always prefer a strategy to revise such kind of topics, such kind of complex topics. Like I prefer a four ones. I prefer such kind of things. Like four ones means, like first one means like today I'm learning. So second one means tomorrow I will again revise the thing which I have learned yesterday. And third one is I will revise the things which I have learned on this day in the next week. And the fourth one is I will revise the thing after 1 month. So after this, after following this strategy, you will able to recall the things, whatever you have learned, right? So the thing is, these things are very very mathematical, and you have to retain yourself for the for longer time, so that you can crack the interview as well. So I follow this kind of strategy to revise, like today, which I have told, like 4-1 strategy, and you can prefer that as well. So you can follow this strategy to recall the things, and you should always prepare a note, so that you can prepare, you shouldn't go and prefer the video always, because it will take again that much amount of time. So you don't want to spend such amount of time again and again. So yes, I always suggest you to make a notes of each and every thing what you're learning now. So for Python, I've preferred YouTube channel Corey Sheffer. Again, I will revise it. Corey Sheffer, then Statistics Khan Academy, then Andrew NG courses, and plus Krishna Excel's videos or YouTube channels. And the next, you can go for like few of the NLP tasks as well, because you have learned machine learning. So then you can go for NLP with machine learning, not with deep learning. I'm not talking about deep learning right now. So for NLP, you can prefer a Krishna's playlist on NLP. You will get a basic idea about it, like how the machine learning is working in the terms of NLP, and what are the things you can work in the NLP part. So yes, for NLP, after learning machine learning, NLP is just a application of machine learning. So NLP is nothing but the human language you are doing. It is called natural language processing. So whatever you're saying, you just have to take those inputs, and you have to prepare a machine learning model over it. So yes, so for that you can prefer Krishna's channel for NLP. And you're noting, right, on your pen and paper or any kind of stuff, right? So please note down these things, and prepare and start learning data science from tomorrow itself. So tomorrow is a Monday, better day to start. So NLP, you can prefer NLP for like Krishna channel for NLP. And I'm just talking about the basic parts of foundations on NLP and machine learning. So after learning these three topics, mainly Python, uh, pandas, NumPy, and its libraries, Matplotlib, Seaborn. These all things you will find in Corey Shaffer's YouTube channel, right? The next thing is statistics. You should always go for statistics with the Khan Academy. You will get the basic understanding of it. Then machine learning from Enter course. That is a full course. You can get it over Coursera also. You can apply for financial aid in the Coursera. You will get a few questions over there for applying the financial aid, and you can get that course for free. You can learn free. Those courses can be learned by you in a free manner. So you have to just apply a financial aid in the Coursera site for that particular course, and you can do it for free also. So, and you will get the certification as well from Coursera, and it is recognized well. So even I am doing right now many specializations from Coursera. So it is very good resource. You can do it. So yeah, so following this path, you have to do these things like in a frame of like 2 to 3 months, right? So in those 3 months, you should do these things. You should build a foundation. Then side by side, you're learning. That doesn't mean you're always watching the video, and you shouldn't be like you should always learn and just forget about the things. You should learn and practice as well. So when you complete your Python, and when you complete your Matplotlib, Seaborn, Pandas, and NumPy, start using your data sets, right? And side by side, you should start preparing the statistics. When you have done these three, Python, Pandas, and NumPy, start doing those kind of functions and what you have learned over there, and start learning statistics side by side, so that you can understand that what you're doing in the data set, right? So such kind of things you can do, and you should be always multitasking, right? Because the competition is very high. So we will discuss about deep learning architecture. Let's first complete the machine learning task. Yeah. So this is how you should follow. And next thing, what you can do is, after learning statistics and Python parallelly, then you can go for machine learning. So you should be thorough with these three things like Python, NumPy, Pandas, and statistics. You should be very thorough to move to machine learning, because in machine learning you should always know the mathematics. So there, mathematics will always be there. So in order to understand the mathematics, you should be well thorough with the statistics part. So statistics means statistics for probability, because at the end everything will come to the probability itself. So you should be knowing about the probability. So these all concepts should be in a should be framed in a such a manner that you are not forwarding anything. So now you can learn machine learning. After learning machine learning, you should always while learning machine learning, you should always think one thing. You should always remember one thing, right? That you should always consider a mathematic part, because in each and every interview they're gonna ask you mathematics. Because implementation of machine learning is very easy. The everything has been provided in the SQL library. So you don't have to worry about such implementation. You can always Google it for sure for learning for implementation of machine learning. But mathematics is important. And why I'm forcing you to learn mathematics, because you never know how the data is, because the data is behaving in every different manner. Like it is different for different person. So the mathematics for each and every data will be different. So you should always know that in which kind of data I can apply such kind of algorithm. So you can only get to know that which kind of algorithm I can implement on this data is only when you know the mathematics of that algorithm. So that's why I'm focusing on this mathematics parts. So you should always go and prefer mathematics first in machine learning and learn those concepts very well, because these mathematics parts will help you in deep learning as well. So you should always learn mathematics, and don't be scared that it is going tough, because it is not tough. It is very easy once you understand. I know in the first time you will face some difficulties, but it's fine. If you revise for like 2 or 3 times, you will get enough of knowledge and you will start understanding the concept as well. So the thing is, when you approach for the first time for any kind of new technology, it will be tough. But as soon as you start revising those things, it will become very easy for you. So these are the things what I'm talking about. The main emphasis is like you should always focus on mathematics, and the rest of the things implementation is done. You can see on the Google itself. Now coming part to now after the people can take the time like 3 to 4 months to complete this scenario, like for machine learning. Yes, you can do it. There's no problem. You can always take your time, and whatever the pace you have, you can do it. If you're working, you should always take your time according to that. And if you're a student, you can take your time, like in a span of 3 to 4 months you can complete if you're a student. And for working, I guess it would take around 5 to 6 months to complete your machine learning task. So yes, you can do it, and there's no foundation in learning any kind of things. And the next thing, after learning of machine learning, you should always go for the competitions, so that what you have learned, you should always apply in the competition. So you can prefer kaggle.com for competing. And till then, I think in the span of 6 months or 3 months, depending on your scenario where you're working or not. So you can you must be preparing some kind of, you must be using some kind of data in that month, in those months, in those times. So you should always learn and implement in those 6 months or 3 to 4 months. Then after completing machine learning and every kind of topics in those data science, in the start of the data science, then you can go and attend the competitions. So competitions are necessary because you're gonna get the new data sets over there, and you're learning something over there. So you can prefer new data sets over there in the sites like kaggle.com, machinehack.com, and there are various more websites. You can Google it, right? And mygovernment.in. So yes, you can go over there and you can download dataset and compete for the some competitions. You can also go for Hacker Earth. There are many competitions organized over there, and you're gonna be competing with the people. So yes, if you know such amount of knowledge in machine learning, after learning such kind of things, you can go for competition and you can learn many things. And after each and every competition, you should always go and visit the notebooks of other people, so that you can learn that what they have implemented and what I have implemented, and you can compare yourself with their notebook as well. So likewise, you are learning, and you are learning that what are the new things the people have implemented and what you have missed on it. So you can also use their analogies and you can implement it on your data set. Likewise, how you learn. So only I don't want you to compete for like 5 to 6 competition at a time. I just want you to just compete like 2 to 3 times. That's it. And you can just get after competing just 3 to 4 three, maximum 2 to 3 competition, get to know that what is happening and what are things you required to gain more knowledge in terms of machine learning. So after getting such informations, you will start learning more in terms of exploring. You start learning more about the machine learning and concepts. So you should always participate in competition after you complete your course, so that you will get to know that where you're standing right now with the people in the world. So yeah, after competing and after getting enough of knowledge and investing after investing 1 more month in the competitions and all, then you can start uh, going for the deep learning part. So for deep learning, I would always suggest you to go for Krishna playlist first as an initial part. You should always start with the Krishna playlist, because I won't recommend Andrew Ng as a first course to start with as a deep learning, because the things are like he's done his PhD and he's a PhD man, right? So understanding to understand his mathematics, it will be very difficult. So to just get to know what he's talking, it would be very difficult for you to understand at the first time, because deep learning is complex. It's not that easy that anyone can just skip the machine learning and start directly with the deep learning. It can't be done. So you have to always find a resource which is very easy to learn at the first, so that it can give you a start. Then you can move on with a complex explanation so that you can understand more in depth. So I would recommend Krishna playlist as a first recommendation for the deep learning. You can finish it in within 1 week. Like 30 videos or 40 videos are there. You can complete it within say one week. Then after getting such information, basic information about the functioning of deep learning, you can always go for entry courses. It is always there in deeplearning.ai. So all the entry courses, you can find it on the site deeplearning.ai. I will even write it, deeplearning.ai. Yes. So you can go over there and you can always prefer content from these sites. This is the best resource I always find, and I always run from this site as well. So yeah, for deep learning, it will take time. Like even now also I am learning deep learning itself. So I've started in January and still I'm learning. So because that day by day, then many things are happening. So you have to be in uh, updated way. So you have to learn the new technology as well, what is coming right now. So yes, so the first thing for deep learning, Krishna playlist, you will complete it within one week. Then after that, you have to go for deeplearning.ai, and over there Android G courses is present for uh, deep learning. Yes, so you can focus over there. Then after that, you should always, and yeah, uh, when you're learning deep learning, don't be like haphazard. Like you shouldn't be very uh, terrified like what is happening right now. I don't know what is this, and shouldn't be facing such you must be you will face such kind of things. But don't worry. uh, you can you can work on it. And the for the preparation and implementation of deep learning, you can prefer whatever the Krishna playlist samples has been provided, the data sets, small data sets he has been working. So you can prefer such small data set, and you can get a start in deep learning with that. So you will get a knowledge by learning some implementation, some details from his videos, and you can implement it also. So you'll get a start. Then after that, you can go for entry courses and you can learn depth in-depth concept, because there are 4 courses in entry courses, and each 4 course has 30, almost approx 30 to 40 videos. So it will take time to complete such kind of extensive course. Like I took it around 1 month to complete, but it depends upon your efficiency, that how much you are going to invest your time. And with that investment of time, you should be very efficient in learning as well, because there are many concepts in deep learning, and deep learning is not that easy, I would say. But yeah, there are many concepts in deep learning. You have to think many things in perspective. So it will take time to adjust also in that terms of technology. So you should always prepare in such a manner that like in how many months I can complete. So I was learning deep learning. So like I was giving 8 hours per day. So like how I did it, like how I did to learn the data science, to learn the deep learning. So this is how I did to learn deep learning in 1 month. Yes. So and then after that, I started implementation. After learning so many things from Indra and G, Krishna and all, I started learning started applying the implementation of deep learning in various data sets. So for applying deep learning, I founded various data sets from the Kaggle.com, and from from machinehack.com. So for applying ANN and such kind of things, for CNN and other concepts, I used for CNN means image kind of data, for applying CNN image kind of data. So I have used kaggle.com to prepare my to see my implementation part of deep learning. And for structured data, I have used the machinehack.com's data set. So there I have applied ANN part. Then after that, for RNN and everything, you're going to be finding this RNN and everything, the whole deep learning course in end-to-end course. So you don't have to worry about such kind of things. You can find it over YouTube as well. So if you type, you can also find it in YouTube. You can search on YouTube deeplearning.ai. You can find it over there, and you can get those courses free of from end for deep learning courses. You can mark it over there. You can bookmark those courses on your YouTube. So yes, so these things are available on YouTube, and you just have to search it over there. And the next thing is after this, you should start learning. The deep learning is ANN, CNN, and RNN. So for RNN also, the course is available in deeplearning.ai. So after this learning, these are the basics. These are nothing but these are the basics. So it will help you to build the concepts, and it will help you to build the concepts in terms of learning the new technologies. So whatever things are coming these days, it is based on those technologies which you are learning, right, which you will learn in deep learning courses. So you should prepare in such a manner that those concepts, the machine learning concept or deep learning concept which you have learned in these span of time, you should be, it should be in your mind. That shouldn't go off easily. So you should be always keep revising those things. Now the next part is to implement such kind of things in the scenario. So the for the data sets, I have told you the Kaggle is the best for resources to practice and deep learning and machine learning. So you can find variety of the resources. And what I did like in during this lockdown period, I started applying an internship to get more data sets, because I was a bit like bored of kaggle.com. So I started taking I started giving my internships application to the companies, so that I can gather data from those companies and I can work on the data, so that data will be industrial data. So I started working on those data as well. And I started applying for the internships and many companies. And from there I started gathering the data and started working and implementing uh, these concepts what I have learned. So this is how I learned, and this is how I wanted to move in such field, and this is what I did. So this is how I learned and implemented many kind of complex problems as well. So yes, this is what a planning procedure you should be working. And I think if you are multitasking, then you should always use that whatever the things you have in your mind, you should always work with that thing also. So yes, you should always use multitasking capacity. If you have, you can do it always. So this is what I did. And I think this path was not that easy to learn, because these things, but because I am saying that it is not easy, that means I have gone through it, so I know. And because basically because I have I'm not in this computer science branch, so I know what are the difficulties I have faced and how I managed to learn such kind of things. It was very very difficult, because at that time no one was there to help me and to provide such kind of resources. So I know now these days which are the genuine resources to prefer to learn data science in a very efficient way and in a free. So yes, so you can do you can learn in such a manner, and you can you can do just anything like in this 7 to 8 months. It will approximately take you 7 to 8 months, depends upon your efficiency as well, like how much you're learning, how much you're trying to learn. So if you're working, it would take time, like it could be like 1 year for you to learn. If you're just a student in BTech or just pass out from institutes, so you can learn within like 7 to 8 months, these all things, but you have to dedicate it. You can't ignore such kind of things, because these days the unemployment is increasing and you should be focused on such things. So you should always think such kind of things as well. So yeah, this is all about how to go in a flow and how to study, and I've mentioned some of the resources, so you can go and prefer such resources and you can learn on your own. And so I will take a few questions, right? uh, there are many questions, I guess you have written over here in the chat. Let me take one by one. Okay, apart from PGP, Shishir is asking, apart from, I will start from the first. You can keep writing your questions. I can just read from here, and I will take the LinkedIn question as well. So after this, so there are a variety of many questions over there. So apart from this PGP courses, please let us know the strategy for learning. Okay, I have explained the strategy for learning data science. Yes, and how much time you have to dedicate. Yeah, I have told that also. So how did you get in an interview call? I finished my pre-diploma course in month of March, but I can't see any possibility of getting a call. So yeah, for getting a call, it depends upon your resume as well. So how you're representing yourself over there. So you should always include, you should always make a resume in a very simple manner. It shouldn't be any complex. Like if you are HR, even if you are HR, you will see your resume, and in one shot you will get to know this person has such kind of skill, and it should be shortlisted. So such a resume should be prepared in such a manner that you can just see, and you can just shortlist that candidate. And obviously the skill part is always should be well defined, like what you have done and what you can do. So in such a manner the skill part should be well defined. And 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 the projects you are doing, it shouldn't be that easy. Like it should be outstanding projects. You can't just do a classification task. Like you can just apply a resnet or any kind of classification task, or you cannot just apply XGBoost or any kind of linear regression. It shouldn't be very simple. It shouldn't be very simple. I just want to say it shouldn't be just it should be from the scratch to deployment. Like you're applying the machine learning model, all the techniques of data science, then you're making it live, so that model can be used by any of them. So you can deploy it on cloud, on Heroku cloud, or any kind of other AWS cloud, or Google platform. So you can use such kind of things, and you can make your model live as well, so that many of the people can use it. So this is what I want to say, and this is how you wanna implement in your life cycle of data science, real life cycle of data science. So now after doing such things, and you should write these things in your resume, while writing a resume, right? So in the project section, you should always mention that I have done this project, small description of the project, and then what algorithms you have applied, and with just a small line, like into three to four lines, you have to conclude the project, what you have done. Now after writing such kind of resume, you have to mention that you have also used technology, or like Flask or any kind of library, to deploy it over the cloud or any kind of platform which you prefer. So you have to learn in a such manner, and you have to apply it, and you have to showcase in your resume as well. So you have to prepare resume in such a manner so that you can be preferred, and they will come to know that okay, you know each and every frame, or even each and every life cycle of a data science, each and every part of a data science. So like this, if you prepare resume, you're done. Like the your part is done. Like your resume is well prepared, and you can showcase your skills in the part from the resume, and your part is done. Now rest of the things, it depends upon them. So if you get a call, it is very better. And if you start after getting such an extensive knowledge, you can also write a blog, and you can mention it over resume. You will get a weightage over that also. So that there's such small things can highlight your resume, and make your chance of picking your resume is getting will get better. So I think that answers your questions, right, Libin? And so yeah, Rajan is asking, hi Karan, please give me a roadmap to AI and ML. Can anyone be a data scientist with AI? So I have answered this question, Rajan, regarding this roadmap to AI and ML in data science. Okay, I have written the YouTube channel as well. Name of the YouTube. Please put all the resources in description. So at the last of, okay, yeah, sure. I will put all the resources in the description of this video. And channels, Parth, Parth Gandhi. Could you please tell me how long working professionals should spend hours a daily on a daily basis? So yeah, if you're working, then I think this is if you're working from home, right? So maybe you should spend at least 2 hours per day in a week, like from in working days. I'm talking about like in 5 days if you're working, like so you should spend like 2 hours per day. Then in the weekend you should always invest like 8 to 10 hours in Saturday Sunday. Like on Saturday Sunday you should invest 8 to 10 hours so that you can cover the pace that what target you have set. So you have to cover that pace. You have to maintain such kind of intense time and schedule for yourself. Otherwise, it would be very problematic, and the people are learning in a very fast manner, and you could also get like you will be out of competition then. So people are learning very fast these days. So you should be in a competition, and you should learn in such a manner that in a best and efficient manner. Okay, yeah. So can you tell me? Okay, does tools are necessary for knowledge insufficient? Is sufficient does tools? Which tools you're talking about, Pratik? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Uh, Kushal, are you an IITian? No, I am not an IITian. I am just from a regular college, normal college. Uh, Priyesh Sinha is talking about deep learning architecture and deployment are necessary for interview, or there are some companies who can and hire on the basis of ML algorithm. So there are many companies who are working right now who are working in ML field only. People are companies are taking transition into data, like in deep learning. So I will just in a simple manner I will just tell you that what is machine learning and what is deep learning and how they are preferring. So since in 2013, 2014, or 15, in this period, the data wasn't that enough since the geo wasn't there. So that in that period, the data wasn't there, and like data wasn't getting produced in such a huge manner. So the company were only preferring machine learning technologies. At that time, deep learning was growing, so people were not preferring such kind of technologies at that time in a deep learning and deep learning such kind of things. So the companies were preferring only machine learning, and the work was done by the Excel only. Excel, MS Excel. So yes, at that time the scenario was different, and today's scenario different. So today we have internet connections and everything. So data is getting produced daily in a very huge manner. So yes, if you have huge data, then you have to prefer deep learning. Yes, you cannot use machine learning for huge data, because at that time the accuracy will become very low and you're not getting a better output from the model. So you have to prefer deep learning in such cases if you have huge data. So these days the companies are getting huge data, so that's why the requirement is getting shifted to the deep learning part. So the company is demanding machine learning as well as deep learning. So in like in few years, this segment of machine learning will be mandatory. Like it will be like uh, known that the person is knowing machine learning, then only he is coming to deep learning. So he must be the company must be like machine learning is just a part, but they won't be using in future, I guess. Maybe there's a scenario because the data is getting huge days by days, these days by days. So deep learning is becoming popular, and you should also focus on such technologies as well, because machine learning soon the people won't be preferring. Yes. So I think that's answer your question, right, Priyash? And I think the architecture and everything, for architecture and everything, if you go through a deep learning part like CNN and ANN or any kind of RNN architectures, you should always learn the mathematics parts as well. I have always shared that you should always learn the mathematics part, then only you can move, because those things are very complicated and you should know the mathematics, then only you can understand the things. And the next thing is the architecture, the everything, whatever the things are there in deep learning with the deployment. The same thing I have talked about the machine learning. You should always start from the scratch to the deployment. So same thing with the deep learning as well. So in the deep learning projects, you should always start from the scratch to the deployment. So whatever you are doing, you should always do in a end manner, like end to end. You should always prepare things. Yes, in interview, if you're going in such a prepared manner that you know each and every phase of a data science, and in deep learning, if you know till the deployment part, the viewing perspective of an interview will be different from his side. And if you're able to explain such kind of things, yes, they're gonna select you for sure, and they're gonna pay you high also. So yes, this is all about deep learning and architecture. The Priyesh has asked, and next thing is Nikhil T. Can we depend on Krishna channel on for everything? Yes, you can prefer Krishna channel. I'm not saying about against. I'm not against about his channel, because I am also learning from him. So yeah, you can prefer for everything. Krishna channels, yes. And now my PGP DSC has started. So should I start the resources side by side, or after my course gets over? So if you're doing a course, if you're into any course of like into any postgraduate diploma course or PGP course, you can you have always a online resources, right? So you can work with that courses also, like you can learn with that courses also. So what I did, I was going through that course also, and I was preferring online resources also. So you can do both of things at the same time. There's no problem in that. If you're not able to understand such course, what you're preferring not there, then you can go and search on Google and start learning from there. There's no demand. Ultimately, you're doing it for yourself. So you went over there to learn, and you have to learn anyways. Like how you're preferring. It doesn't matter that you're learning from online or offline. So you have to learn. So Dhananjay is asking, has the mathematic part of ML has been covered? Yes, everything has been covered in the Andrew courses. Mathematics behind this algorithm can be learned from same resource, right? Yes, mathematics can be learned from statistics like Khan Academy, and what are the resources? Yeah, Khan Academy, and Andrew is explaining about the mathematics behind each and every machine learning algorithms. Yes. And the next thing is where I missed that part. Okay, Vinay is asking, I always fear about the what if I transit towards something and got to know that these skills, what I have gathered, are very common now. You have been in UPSC preparation. Yes, there's a problem. Like when I was preparing in UPSC, even I had that thought, like what I have prepared, it would be very difficult to move with such technology, which I am not aware about it. But things were like this was my plan B, so I had to do it, and there was no other options. And because of unemployment and everything, the scenario was changing. So yes, I have to take such kind of decisions. And because my brother is also working in data science as a data scientist, senior data scientist in Swiggy, so he helped me in that perspective. And then after that, I joined a course, so got started from there. And yes, I learned many other things since then. So yeah, that happened. So Vinay is again asking how you worked on competition process and then letting something go to grab something else and started from scratch. Didn't you feel that you haven't got lost in the race? Yes, there was a demotivation point when I gave UPSC, and I wasn't got selected in that. So that's how you should always, I think, plan in a manner like, if these things are not going well, then you should always have a plan of plan B or C. So this is what I did, and I had gone through such phases, and I know how to get those things working. And you should always have a plan to if in the worst conditions. So what I did, so these parts are like motivational speeches, so you can take it in such a manner. Yeah. So please mention these website name. Yeah, I have mentioned the website name. I will mention it in the description as well. How much time it takes to learn deep learning, it will take, I've mentioned it. So how many machine learning algorithms should we learn? Can you mention? So there are like 10 to 15 machine learning algorithms you're gonna get covered in Android courses, and even Krishna Axel has covered it. So you can go and watch it. And 10 to 15 courses are in 10 to 15 algorithms right now is enough. Yeah. Is it good to learn machine learning with decent knowledge of ML and deep learning in parallel? No, I won't suggest you to go with the parallel. Like you can't learn machine learning and deep learning parallel. Machine learning has different concept, and deep learning is just an extended part of ML. So you should always first learn the basics. So basics are being covered in the ML. Then only you can understand the deep learning part. Yes, sir. Sir, how you have prepared for interviews? Have you given any mock interviews? I haven't given any kind of mock interviews, but yeah, I have been into many interviews, and with that perspective, I have prepared myself, and I have been seeing JDs, job descriptions everywhere on the LinkedIn. So yes, after seeing those job descriptions, I have prepared according to that, and I have seen such kind of job descriptions where the technologies, what kind of technologies are required. So those technologies, I was learning. Yes. How well should we learn Python, and on what platform did you practice? I practiced on DataQuest. At the time, DataQuest was cheap, right? So I was learning from there, and I always prefer resources where the where we can learn, and as well like we can implement as well. Like side by side we can implement. So in DataQuest, it was like you are reading in on the left hand side, and you're implementing the same thing on the right hand side. So that's how I learned. Any channel for big data? Yeah, big data is being is I don't know about the big data, but you can get it on YouTube. There are many sources on Apache Spark. You can work on it. There are many sources on Hadoop. I'm not sure about it because I've learned big data from my institute. So I'm preferring that resources. So yeah, I haven't seen any kind of best resources for the big data. You can always go for Coursera. I have seen one resource in on Coursera for big data. They are providing specialization. I don't remember the institute name, but you can prefer over there in the Coursera for the big data. Yes, channels for SQL and DBMS for channels for SQL. So for SQL, I will suggest you to go for Coursera. Coursera, there is a course called SQL for data science. You can always prefer that, and you can learn SQL from there. So Arpit is asking, sir, is it necessary to learn transfer learning algorithm intuition? Yes, it is very very usual, and it is very very necessary to learn transfer learning, because these days transfer learning is applied everywhere. So you should be learning such kind of things. And even I have been asked such kind of questions in my interview, so I know. So you should be learning such kind of thing, and the interview level will go high as you know much other things, and that's how you're increasing your chance of getting selected in your interviews. Is it required to learn SQL too? Yes, SQL is must for every data scientist, and you should always uh, finding actually in data science there's a phase called data extraction. So for data extractions, you must be getting a data from uh, databases or any Hadoop servers. So you should always be extracting such kind of things from different resources. So SQL is a part of it. So you should be using SQL language to extract data from such resources. So you should be knowing such kind of technologies as well, such kind of language as well. You haven't discussed about AI. What is the scope of AI model in it? AI is very different perspective. Like AI is just a ML and deep learning are the part of AI. So AI is very different thing. So you shouldn't be worried about such things right now. I think you should focus on ML and DL first. Then you can excel in AI, because AI is is a different perspective we are talking about. It's just mimicking the human thing. So you're artificially giving an intelligence to a machine. So you can get the what are the things required by what the things we do. The same thing can be done by the machine. So this is a very different thing. So yeah, AI is very different part of the thing right now. We could talk at some other time. How to stay motivated for data science and don't give up. Yeah, you should always keep watching uh, interviews. I guess you should always watch interviews, and many good interviews you should watch, and always keep watching good movies in terms of AI, and where the AI is getting implemented. Yes. Sir, is it necessary to transfer learning? Yeah, I've covered this. Suggest some resources for probability and linear. So probability and linear algebra is being covered in Khan Academy. So you can prefer that. Khan Academy course is full. Like you can it is covering more of things. So you can do anything, or you can learn anything from Khan Academy. Which one is the better, computer vision or NLP? I mean, according to job perspective. So these days, computer vision and NLP are both trending. So both are equally. I guess they're equally working good, and they're equally equivalent. So you should always focus on those two kind, because in company you never know what kind of project you wanna get. So it may be on computer vision or it may be on NLP. So you should be thorough with all such kind of technologies. Yes. So the next is Bhaskar Kumar Das. Bhaskar Kumar, which one is the better computer? Okay, I have answered this. She is asking. I have 8 point. Sorry, I have 8.5 years of experience in auto FMG industry in predictive and preventive maintenance, with 1.5 year in 4.0 industry. I am learning DS. Which industry should I target for? Okay, you're talking. Okay, you're predictive maintenance. So you can target automobile industry as well, finance industry. I think finance industry would work for you, good for you. And you can come in AI field also, like computer vision industry, NLP industry. So these are the part of deep learning, but the people are working in, the companies are working in only some part of the deep learning also. Like in computer vision is some companies working, NLP some companies working. So you can get into such a kind of technologies as well. So data science is just an interdisciplinary branch. You can apply in any of the industries. You can apply in civil engineering also. So these technologies are never going to be fade in the future. So you can go finance company or any of the technologies I've mentioned. So you can find, it doesn't matter which from which company you're coming from, like which part of your past was there. Suggest some resources for probability. I've shared it. Khan Academy is the best for the statistics. Sir, is it necessary to learn? Okay. I'm currently in fourth year. Is it good to start learn ML and DL? Yes, it is. It is good to start with ML and DL if you're in fourth year in a BTech, because the future is AI. So you should always learn, and in within 5 to 10 years, you're gonna get you're gonna be seeing very huge changes in terms of AI. So everything is turning into an automatic things, and digitalization is happening, and you can also see the variety of things happening. And as soon as 5G will enter in India, the scenario will change. So I think it's a better start to go with the learning, deep learning and machine learning, or any data science things from the fourth year. uh, so there's some resources for probability. Okay. Is deployment necessary to get into a company? Deployment is not necessary, but you should know such things, because you don't know whether you're going to be working with startup or any kind of companies which are already being using such kind of technology. So these parts, deployment parts are being faced by machine learning engineers or the DevOps teams. So you as a data scientist, you should be working with such people also. So you should be knowing such kind of things of deployment, so that you can help those guys as well. And if those people are not there in your company, you should take part of those companies, so that you will be working in their part as well. So data scientist is just, as a data scientist, you should be knowing such technologies, such things as well. So deployment part is must, I guess. You should know everything. So I think as a data scientist, you should be knowing each and every part from the start to the end. Difference between data scientist and data analyst and data engineer. I think these terminologies are being covered in many of the videos. If you want me to explain, I think it's a waste of time right now. But but just as a start, I can give you that data analyst is just a job where you're gonna be exploring the data, just exploring the data. You won't be applying any kind of models and all. So you won't be given any task to deploy a model or work with a model or predictive models. So in data analysis, so whatever you're going doing with exploration of the data, the same thing will perform by the data analyst. And the data engineer works with the managing of the data. So whatever data is coming from some resources, so it will gather such kind of data and store in some Hadoop or any kind of RDMA server. So those management and everything will be taken by a data engineer. And as a data scientist, you will working with modeling, predictive, and every aspect of the life cycle. So whatever things, the EDA, everything, EDA, exploratory data analysis, and the everything what you're going to do with the data. So modeling, predictive modeling, and everything till the deployment also you can work with a data scientist. So the data scientist has got edge over all these two. Uh, um, what do you say? Uh, Topic of this different segments of the data science. Yeah. So how did you choose the project you worked on? I explained, I explained, right. I I I got I was applying in internship, so I got projects from there, and I started collecting data and started working on those, and started showcasing my uh, work over there in the resume. So this is all. This is how you can also do. Winning hackathon is necessary, or our GitHub and Medium articles is enough to get a job. So you should always maintain GitHub repo, because whatever you're doing, you should always showcase in your GitHub. So this is what these days companies are seeing your GitHub account as well LinkedIn account. So they by looking at these accounts, they will get to know that what the things whatever things you have done, you have showcased in your GitHub link, and they're gonna go and check it over there. So likewise, they're gonna check it that whether you're seeing whether what the work you have done, and whether you're fooling or not. So this is what they're gonna check from this. Sir, is it necessary to learn SQL? It is necessary to learn SQL. Yes, it is necessary. What we can expect in our channel in near future? Yeah. So in this channel, I will be posting new technologies. I won't be explaining any kind of sorry. I won't be explaining any concepts over here, because the concepts are being explained everywhere in the YouTube channel. You can find better resources from anywhere in the YouTube. But I will be implementing. I will be showcasing many complex implementations of deep learning which are coming these days in the new era. So because everything, whatever the old thing which have been already been discovered and has already been implemented and already been shown in the YouTube other YouTube channels. So in this channel, I will try to implement the new technologies, as well as the complex things which are going to be there in this and in this 2020 and 2021. So the updates will be happening in my channel. So yes. uh, have you heard about lazy programmer in Udemy? Yes, lazy programmer, yeah, his course is very good in Udemy. Yes, a lazy programmer, yeah, I have learned from him. So it's a very good course he's offering these days. Not these days, he's offering from many past years. So it is very good. You can go and prefer the lazy programmer in Udemy. What was the fees for the Pgdm courses you've done? So it's a kind of personal thing, so I can't answer it away. You can ping me, and I will tell you, or even you can go to their sites, and you can get to know that how much I paid the for the Pgdm course. If I start from today, how much time it will take to learn MLDL as a full time learner with 10 hours per day? Yeah, you can learn it. You can learn everything in just 1 year. Like everything, you can learn in just 1 year, even less than that also. It depends on your pace. It depends on your learning as well. Yeah, hackathons are necessary to get job. If you're getting into any hackathons, it is best. And if you're performing good over there, it is good for you. So if you have showcased your skill over there, and if you're telling that person that I have uh, I have competed in such competitions, and you can see the rank, and I have secured such kind of rank, and this is how I work, and this is what I did. So that's gonna help you even. So this is what you can do it over here. So I think live chats questions are over, and let me take few of the questions from LinkedIn that I found it very good. So I think I have covered most of the questions, right? So I have talked about the resume. I have talked about the resources, and I have talked about the process, how you can go, and I have talked about my channel as well. So what I'm going to posting in soon. Let me cover a few more questions. I think it was very good. They were very good questions. Let me find it first. Just give me a 2 minutes time. I think this session is not boring, right? I think I'm trying to help. I just don't want to exaggerate this session by speaking something different. I just want to speak whatever I did, and just want to explain you what I'm doing right now. Where is he? Yeah. So so people are asking, like, whether we should go for Pgdm courses or any kind of courses to do data science, or we can learn it by ourselves. So I have told you is online courses. You can always work. Like I would suggest you, like if you're working, then you should always go for online courses, whatever resources I have told you. And but if you're classroom program, like in a classroom, like if you want any classroom programs or any kind of such kind of thing, then you can go for such institutes to go and learn. That will give you a start. And I'm not promising that they're going to teach you from end to end, but yes, they're going to give you a start, just a start, and don't expect any kind of things from like high things from those institute, because these days the education is just is for earning. I think you all know. So because I have been into the many courses, so I know. So instead of going into any resource, any institute, you can learn it by yourself. And just for degree and all, if you're coming from EC background or CS background, you don't need such kind of degree. You can go for online certifications as well, and you can prepare data science. Yes, so I don't prefer you to go for any institute and go and waste your time for like 1 year. You can do many things in those 1 year time. Uh, so how much should I learn Python, or should I cover first? Okay. So where from I should practice resources or project? So you can I've told you the projects, and also you can go and prefer machinehack.com or kaggle.com or mygovernment.in. So you can get those, and hackerhearth.com. So you can go over there and practice, get the new datasets and get your data science practice over there. Should I how much should I learn Python? I like a Python developer or an intermediate developer. So I think the questions are like whether you should learn Python in a very intensive manner, or in just a like how much I should be learning a Python. So I think in data science, it doesn't require you to be a Python developer. It's a very different thing. So for data science, it's just a tool to work on a data. That's it. You shouldn't be a very good programmer at it. So you can learn data science, and if you're a good programmer, it's a benefit for you, because you can do many things in just a span of time. So if you're learning Python in such a manner, also it is better for you. And I think in for learning data science, the Python is like a tool to just implement whatever you're thinking with respect to data set. So yes, Python is just a tool. So I don't want you to become a programmer. I want to become you a data scientist. Yes. So programmer is a different thing, and data scientist is a different thing. So for these kind of jobs, there are different types of requirements are there. So you can just understand what I just want to say. So where should I cover ML first from? So there are people asking, like, should I cover ML from Krish sir or Andrew sir, or both ML and Pen? So that's what I told you, right? You can learn from Andrew NG and ML and Krishna sir as well. So I think most of the questions were answered, and I think you found it. I think you just reply with whatever you found it, and I think this is what I can do from my side. And I think it was a good session from my side, and it was bit like, sir, can you tell me any platform to learn institution for transfer learning? Krishna sir, have not discussed. Sir, can you tell any platform to learn intuitions for transfer learning? Okay, for transfer learning, I would prefer you to go for Analytics Vidya magazine. Their site is there for transfer learning, and machinemastery.com, and toward data science or medium. If you have some amount of money, you can invest over there and learn from it. But Analytics Vidya and KD Nudgers and machinemastery.com, they provide intensive knowledge about these things for the implementation of complex algorithms. And if you're preferring deep learning.ai course from end to end, these things, the transfer learning and everything will be covered over there as well. So you can get a deep integrations over there as well. So that's not a problem. So I think this was a session I wanted to do for you all, and I think I think I did it finally. So yes, this was my first live session, and there was a bit problem in the starting. I think there was an issue with the internet connection, but now I think it's established, and we did it for 1 hour. So yes, this is all about this session, and I think we'll keep expecting this kind of live session in future as well. So I will inform you in LinkedIn, and hopefully we'll make a Telegram channel as well soon. So yeah, so we'll do it, and we'll make it for sure. So there are many more questions coming right now. In Kurishaba, there are 142 videos. Is it about to watch every video? Yeah, you can you can go and watch such kind of videos, and if you're preferring such kind of videos in a systematic manner, you can get everything learned in a single shot. Yeah. So I think 142 videos are too much to learn Python. You can prefer. It depends, like how much you are learning. It depends upon you. So you can by learning only you can understand that you know such kind of things. So you can skip that part also. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, and I think 142 videos are very small videos. So you can complete those videos in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So it doesn't matter for you. So yeah, so this is all about this session. I think we should end it right here with a good note, like what we had a discussion. I think I have discussed almost all part of the things which I haven't discussed in my last video with Krishna Excel. So I think this is all about this live session, and I think you will start learning soon. And what are the resources I have told you, you can go over there and learn very easily. And I think that was my motive, and I think I I plan to do it, and yes, we all did it. And thanks for joining me. We'll see you in few weeks, hopefully, because even I am so working right now. So I think I won't be getting much time. So yeah, I'll prepare with few more videos. Like I will be coming with more videos in my on my YouTube channel, so you can go over there and watch such kind of videos as well. And yes, you can start learning from now. Yeah, so I have given you the resources, I have given you the tricks, and I have told you how to proceed, in how to approach in a free way. So yes, you can do it, and don't get demotivated. You will learn, and that's not a tough. Data science is not tough. It's just about mathematics. You can go and learn. So yes, thank you everyone for reaching me out, and thank you for attending this session. Hopefully we'll meet in the next session as well. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.